Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marcin Paprzycki, and I would like to welcome you to the official opening of the Conference on Computer Science and Intelligent Systems. This is the 16th edition of the whole conference series, and I would like to introduce to you at this moment the key personnel for this year, which are the three usual suspects, which is Maria Ganzha, Leszek Maciaszek, and myself. And we will be, from now on, joined by Dominik Ślęzak, and I will make a few more comments about it at the end of the opening. The conference was for the second time planned to take place in the beautiful city of Sofia, Bulgaria. And the second time we didn't make it because of the global pandemic. So the chair of this edition is again Professor Stefka Fidanova. And as you will see, she will be the chair of FedCSiS 2022 next year, because next year we are planning again to be in Sofia, Bulgaria, and generally speaking, we are planning all the time to be in Sofia, Bulgaria until we are actually in Sofia, Bulgaria. The chair of the organizing committee was Nina Dobrinkova. I'm not sure if Nina is with us, but Stefka and Nina, thank you for your great job. And the important thing is that whatever you need, whatever you are going to desire, there is an email of the conference, which is secretariat@fedsis.org, and you can always contact us through this communication line. FedCSiS webpage is listed here, but you of course all know it. But the important part is that there are latest program updates on it. Next slide, please. I would like to share with you just one piece of information before passing the microphone to Maria, which is, I think that this is important. For a variety of reasons, at a certain time, it looked like the core conference ranking was no longer operational. However, now, starting from late last year, it arranged a new call for evaluation. And without thinking before about being in core, we decided that we would like to be evaluated by independent experts who can look into how we are doing FedCSiS conference, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses. And we prepared all the materials. And here I would like to extend special thanks to Professor Paweł Sitek, who prepared majority of the materials for us and guided us in collecting all the statistics and so on. And at the end, in early June this year, we found out that FedCSiS is ranked B in the core portal or core ranking, which we believe is a very important achievement of our conference series, because without working on it explicitly, we got ranking B, and this shows that what we have been doing for the previous 15 years was a good way of developing things. And for those of you who are from Poland, we hope and we use whatever means we can that this will be reflected in the parametric points assigned by the ministry. If you would like to know more, you can contact me directly. And at this moment, I would like to pass the floor to Maria, and I will mute myself.
I would like to say a couple of important information. First of all, continuing the topic which Martin started, that we are in core, I would like to remind us a couple of years ago we started evolving in a track-based structure. So right now we have 5 tracks which are covering most important domain of fields in computer science and information system. And you can see here the list of this track: artificial intelligence, computer science and system, network system and application, advances in information system and technology, and software system and service engineer. And this year we have one more track, which is we're very glad to have it. It's a track oriented or devoted for very young researchers. So researchers which are, let's say, engineering level or master student level. It's something like experiment. We hope that it will go very well, and it will be very useful not only for these young researchers, but also for us, let's say mature researchers, who can see how it is, can remind themselves that how it is to start the research in this in such difficult domain like artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Couple of more words about this year conference. As usually, we are trying to keep high quality of papers which have been accepted for the conference. So the acceptance rate this year is around 25%. It's based on what we have now. After the conference, let me remind you that the papers which have not been presented, they will not be included in the proceedings, and it can change a little bit our acceptance rate, but not so much, because right now it seems that everybody managed to participate, or almost everybody. And as you can see, we are keeping our acceptance rate below 30%. Every paper has been reviewed at least 2 reviewers, sometimes more than 2. Some have received several opinions. After this, I would like to invite to the mic our first colleague, Dominik Ślęzak, because the next what we are going to tell you, it's about next step in evolving of our conference. So our special award, this Pavlak Award, which previous years was only Artificial Intelligence and Application Tracks Award. Right now we change our approach to or treating this award. So Dominik, please, can you tell us a couple of words about these changes?
Thank you, with pleasure. This is my great pleasure to participate in the opening ceremony. And as Maria said, indeed, let me focus on Best Paper Awards. And this is indeed a kind of evolution. And by this evolution, we want to emphasize that we treat all the tracks of FedCSiS as being very close together, and to emphasize that relationships between these tracks are very important in general for research, for applications, for computer science. So indeed, Zdzisław Pawlak Best Paper Award so far, and it has already quite a long tradition at FedCSiS, was related to the papers in the artificial intelligence track. This year, this is the first time when we gathered recommendations to the Best Paper Award from all track chairs, from all tracks, all sessions, all events of FedCSiS. And thanks to our Best Paper Award committee, distinguished professors from Australia, Canada, Poland, and the United States, we were able to choose the winners in 4 categories. And well, let me add that the patron of this award is Professor Zdzisław Pawlak, very famous Polish computer scientist who had indeed achievements in artificial intelligence, but not only. He had achievements also in other domains of computer science. And I think his achievements, his history, and his point of view on the research fits very well this new approach that we have, and fits very well also these new categories of awards, like Young Researcher Award, cooperation between academia and industry. It was also very important to him, and it is very important for us. We believe that this is something extremely crucial for research and also international cooperation. So we have 4 categories, first time this year, and now Maria, please switch to the winners. And here are the winners. Here are the winners. So first of all, congratulations to everyone. The best paper award winner is from artificial intelligence track, but then we have ISM, S3E, NSA. So practically we have almost full coverage of all the tracks of FedCSiS Conference among these award recipients. So I would like to encourage you, if you have time, if you do not have your own presentations in parallel sessions, if you do not need to share something by yourself, please take a look at the program. Here are the sessions, information about sessions, and the dates of particular presentations. So these presentations are, I think, worth listening to and well, worth joining the discussion about them. So one more time, thank you very much. And Maria, back to you.
Thank you, Dominik. Okay, let's continue with important information which will be useful for you. 4 very important information. First of all, right now, what you have access is a preprints. As I told you, we will submit to the IEEE Digital Library only the papers which has been presented during the conference. So, and here you have a link to preprints. There is a link also to position and communication papers. So please read your paper carefully. If you have some typos which you missed the first time, or you would like to change how different picture looking to improve the quality and so on, you can do it during next 2 weeks. After this, we will close all changes and will submit the proceedings to the IEEE Digital Library. This is also the moment when these proceedings with all necessary number, ISBN, ISSN, will appear at the conference webpage and in annals. If you need, for some reason, for your company, for your institute, certificate, please send a request to secretariat at FedCSiS.org. And of course, financial question is very important for us. So if you have any problem, there is a mistake on invoices or whatever, you can write to the address financial.officer@FedCSiS.org. And a couple of words about WebEx. Usually WebEx works well. This year we a little bit changed the formula of sessions. So right now it's a WebEx meeting. So as soon as you join the meeting, you can manage your mic and your camera. So be careful and please don't turn on camera if you are not going to speak something, because camera but mic, because it can be disturbing for presenters. If you have Linux, we checked it or tried several times with different Linux distribution, and usually it works well in Firefox, but I have met example that it works well in Chrome. The only suggestion, if you use Firefox or if you use Linux, please start the session in the browser. How to ask question? You can ask during the meeting. You can ask question. Just turn on your mic and ask your question. Also, you can write your question in a chat part, or also there is a special part, question and answer in the WebEx. If you are very polite and would like to say the chair that you have question, you can raise your hand, and if you see here, there is near your name, there is a special sign which appears as soon as you put your mouse arrow on this. So it appears raise hand, so raise hand, and the chair or the staff who support chairs during the session invite you to ask your question. If you have any problem, send your mail to secretariat at FedCSiS.org. Usually I or my colleagues receive this mail immediately and will try to answer them immediately, especially if the problem is very hot. And now about the future.
The next conference we will try for the third time to take place in Sofia, Bulgaria. And I would like to invite Stefka Fidanova to say a few words. Maria will be advancing slides, but the main information is here. The date is 4 through 7 September, and submission deadline is May the 10th, 2022. Okay, so you have some time to prepare a paper for the next edition. And Stefka, can you say a few words, please?
I will say for a third time, welcome to my country. You can discover a lot of things here, good science, history, wine, many aromas, and many other interesting things. Bulgaria is the oldest country in Europe which exists till now in the same place with the same name. It's the year when it's established. Bulgaria is famous all over the world with his food and his roses. It's country of roses. The main roses oil and roses production in the world is in Bulgaria. 80% of the world production. And Bulgaria is famous with its wine. We are small country, but we are we are big wine producer together with France, Spain, Italy, and Greece. Thus, you are welcome to taste our wine. Bulgaria is ancient and modern. It's one of the oldest capital in Europe. It's founded 7,000 years ago, and he has a key position on an international crossroads, easy access by air, road, and railway. Welcome next year to Bulgaria. I hope that we will be physically in Bulgaria, not virtually.
I also hope that we're gonna be physically in Bulgaria because, yes, Bulgarian food is great. For those of you who don't know, you can think about it as being sort of Mediterranean style food with great wine. And I just would like to warn you that sometimes during the banquet, there is time for everybody to join Bulgarian dances. And there is no way anybody except who is Bulgarian to be able to do Bulgarian dance. However, people are still trying, and I know a few who got quite good. I am not one of them. Okay, so you are all invited to come to Bulgaria next year. Now, the conference has a number of main IEEE sponsors and collaborators and patrons. We are also very happy that we have established a close relationship with QED Software, which is a Polish startup doing artificial intelligence that Dominik, who spoke to you a few moments ago, just happens totally randomly event to be the founder and the chief executive officer of. So we have a nice collaboration also with the industry. And I promised to tell you a few words about the 4 chairs. This is also part of the evolution. because up to last year, some people claimed that the conference is run by the Three Musketeers, which were Maria, Leszek, and myself. However, those of you who read the original knowledge know that there were actually four musketeers, because the fourth one was D'Artagnan, and we were looking for the D'Artagnan, and it was very difficult to find a D'Artagnan. So after long discussions, we decided that Leszek will become the D'Artagnan, while Dominik will join the three core musketeers, and Leszek will take the role. And this is sort of not like in the novel, because in the novel, D'Artagnan is the youngest and the others are the old guard. But we are recognizing the fact that the whole novel is around D'Artagnan. So starting from next year, Leszek will become the honorary chair and will be playing the role of D'Artagnan, maybe not of a Joker, but of a D'Artagnan, and will be working with us, but there will be a really four-person team who will be taking FedCSiS to the next steps. And at this moment, I would like to give the microphone to Leszek, who will say a few words, and he will also introduce our first keynote speaker. And this is also deliberate because Leszek still has a sort of emeritus position in Australia, and Raj is currently in Australia. So we thought that the Australians can sort of understand each other on the ways that we are incapable of understanding, you know, that the Australian mind with Australian mind communicating things. So Leszek will introduce Raj. Thank you all for being here, and let's have a good conference, and let's meet at the next conference, this time in person.
My name is Leszek Maciaszek, and I represent Wrocław University of Economics and Business in Poland and Macquarie University in Sydney, Australia. Well, because I am already have a FedCSiS history, and this conference is my last as a co-chair, a very short, quick couple of sentences history recap. The beginning of FedCSiS can be traced back to 2005. You've got all this information, of course, on the website. In 2011, FedCSiS has started in its more or less current format. Just prior to that, in 2010, I have been talking to Marcin and Maria, and I have joined Maria and Marcin as a co-chair of FedCSiS and have been serving in that capacity for 11 consecutive editions, although I must say that this year I have been treated very gently by Maria and Marcin, and you guys have not heard much about me. Together we have put the conference on the map of most successful conferences, I believe, and this has been acknowledged in the rank. Now Dominik is to replace me as a co-chair and give it that new energy which he has to get FedCSiS to the A rank, maybe in core in a couple of years' time. Okay, thank you guys for putting up with me. The conference is now officially open.